Oh, hey. Happy Friday, America. Yep, I can already smell the weekend. It's like the smell of wet fur in front of a warm fire. But enough about my back. Today, let's honor the brave Board of Supervisors of Los Angeles County. Did they finally solve their rampant homeless and drug addiction problem? Of course not. Did they clean up Skid Row? Fat chance. Did they reverse the rise in murder and gang violence? Not on your life. Are they at least protecting celebrities from award show slappings? No. They did something more amazing. They barred official travel to Florida because of the state's parental rights bill, or what the idiots call the Don't Say Gay law. You know, the law that bans in-depth instruction of sex and gender to kids 3rd grade and under. It's the law that, if you're against it, could explain why you hide a bag of lollipops under your trench coat. So what was Florida's response to hearing LA County staffers won't be coming? Yeah, talk about inconsolable. The LA board claims the law harms trans kids, but they have less evidence of that than we have that Brian Stelter has abs. But I say hooray. I am so happy there are people who want to teach toddlers about sex, because you don't want a 4-year-old boy making an ass of himself when he makes his move on Britney in the sandbox. Normally, people would find this age inappropriate. But no, says the LA board, let's get these brats while they still have that soft spot on their heads. 8-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 1-year-old, what's the difference? Maybe a couple of baby teeth? That's the problem with toddlers. They can barely talk about radical feminism, let alone gender identity. So why not show them war crime footage while we're at it? Get them ready. Now, we wish this Florida law didn't have to exist, but it does. It's like the warning on a dry cleaning bag telling you not to place it over your head. That means someone has already done it. It's also the death of age inappropriateness. No responsible adult lets a child drive a car or vote or get a tattoo. So why would we force kids to talk about sex and gender when they should be thinking about nap time and recess? Of course, the travel ban is pointless virtue signaling. And really, it punishes the LA County workers. Because where would they rather be in the summer? Here in LA, the home of infamous Skid Row? Or here in Florida, the home to miles of beautiful beaches? Or would you rather be here, a place where crime and violence flourishes? Or be here, a place defined by fun in the sun? And who would you prefer to hang out with? These empty-headed celebrities? Or this? Yeah. How is that not gay? You can't spell manatee without man. Fact is, LA County is way more anti-gay because they're anti-people in general. And Florida's more pro-gay than LA because they're pro-freedom and pro-fun. Rather than protect gays or straights from hate crime or any crime, they exact their justice against a state, Florida, that's minding its own damn business. And as Richard Grinnell, the first openly gay cabinet member in U.S. history, points out, there is no ban on travel to the 69 countries that criminalize homosexuality. So sure, buy a timeshare in Tehran, but whatever you do, stay the hell out of Key West. But these LA County creeps claim that this Florida bill is about stifling safe exploration of ideas. You know, like they're discussing Bezos' next space flight or the future of electric cars. No, it's about sex, and no sane person wants an adult initiating that with your 5-year-old. At best, it's gross, and at worst, it's predatory. The board also banned travel to Texas after that state categorized some transgender medical procedures for minors as child abuse. They claim that ban impedes children from discovering who they are and feel secure in their sense of self. Again, it's word perversion disguised as enlightenment. No child should undergo unnecessary medical procedures unless it's hair plugs for babies with huge bald heads. They scare me. But these idiots think the cure for perhaps a temporary gender confusion is surgery. But you do that, and you may just get rid of gay and lesbian adults and replace them with surgically altered heterosexuality. How is that not homophobic? Besides, all kids go through phases. For 1 year, I was convinced I was Lassie. God, I was such a bitch. But Florida must count itself lucky that these LA loons aren't coming. Imagine what they're like. Miserable cretins who look terrible in athletic wear, delivering messages that are meant to show they care when really they just expose themselves as destructive creeps. Yeah, they expose themselves. Not surprising. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She's my favorite McDonald, besides old. Host of the Evening Edit on Fox Business, Liz McDonald. And he's only here because he looks great in swim trunks. President of the Douglas Society.
Come on.
It was on Instagram, Rob. Open game. Rob Smith. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, every weekend is like Easter with Kat in that when she rises again on Monday morning, we considered it a miracle. Fox News contributor Kat Timpf. And finally, our origin story is like Jack and the Beanstalk. He's a giant and I stalked him. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Television Champion, Tyrus. Rob, I'm going to go to you first because you are from Florida. What are your thoughts on the travel ban?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I live in Florida, so I moved to Florida during the pandemic. I am a practicing homosexual, right? So I say this because it is relevant to this conversation. I think that the ban is complete nonsense. It's BS. It's virtue signaling. It's woke signaling. It is not making the lives of gays and lesbians in California any better to do this political posturing. And I have to say that all of this stuff, this really isn't about gays and lesbians. This is about the gender cult. This is about the gender identity cult that's telling these kindergartners, pre-K, first and second graders that there are 100 genders. They're teaching them the pride flags, all of that stuff. And I say, as somebody that, you know, was a gay teenager and you know, became a gay adult, that in this day and age, if there are kids that are gender nonconforming in any way, maybe they're tomboyish girls or they're, you know, feminine boys, now they want to tell them that they're trans, get them on all of this, what they're calling life-affirming health care. And it's really, really bad for these kids.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's like, talk about like the most intrusive solution for something that naturally can take care of itself. The person just becomes gay. By the way, as a practicing homosexual, how long before you got good at it?
I don't know. I'll give you a list of my partners. And
Okay.
Check those.
Liz, do you think this is a priority that the LA County board should be focusing on when they have crime, homelessness, drug addiction?
Right. No. I mean, I feel like it's a public menace.
Yeah.
For what they're, you know, if you need an affirmation of from a 5-year-old, gay or straight, then you're a weirdo, and you're a public menace. By the way, I think in Florida you learn about sex education by the 6th grade or 7th grade. So what do you need it for back then? By the way, Sheila Kuehl, who's leading the charge on this, is the one who was saying, no, you can't eat out at restaurants, right? And she was the one who broke her own rule, eating out at a restaurant without a mask. And she's the one who's pushing for defunding the police. I'm thinking that we're probably going to see her in a Groucho Marx disguise at Florida's Disney World like next week, like coming to Florida anyway, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop them. Right. Right. They're doing it to the people that work for them, Tyrus, but not for them. If they got an Airbnb in Key West, they're going.
Yeah. Again, when you break down the dynamic of these boards, these people on these boards, I don't think anyone's boo-hooing that they're not coming. You just have to you just have to shake your head. Like my kids, for example. My son is very sensitive. He's not aggressive, and I love him to death, and I don't care which way he goes. But he's going to find that out on his own, and one day we'll figure it out as a family. My daughter, when she's with me, she's a tomboy. She chases snakes and cusses like a sailor and does all the things that we like to do. But when she's with her mom, she wears her dresses and makeups and behaves like a normal human being.
Yeah, normal human.
If someone just decided to tell me because when they see her with me, opposed to when they see her with her mom, that, oh, well, she needs to work on transitioning to be a little boy, I'd be like, shut the up.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of in wrestling, everybody's gay sometimes. So
Wrestling is very gay.
Yeah, super gay. And some of my friends, though, they didn't figure out that they were gay until their 30s, when they had their awakening or their understanding or whatever. But no one at one point, could you imagine someone telling them how they needed to be during their journey to become who they are? And I think we need to think about that. Like, sometimes the answers aren't always as a child. It's sometimes not even as a teenager.
Right.
I have a friend who was married with 3 kids and happy, and then woke up one morning and was like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I've been doing for the last 20 years. So, but we need to allow that.
Yeah.
And not people, experts on nothing, telling you what to do is tragic and terrible.
It's weird. It's a very weird thing, Kat. Where would you like to be banned from going? Could be a relief, you know, if somebody says you can't come to any more, I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
Comic-Con.
I also
Star Wars convention.
Comic-Con is the worst.
Yes.
Comic-Con is actually, it never gets easier to see a grown adult man in a Batman costume.
Exactly.
It never gets easier. And also, it's not like these are attractive people.
There's not an attractive person at Comic-Con.
No, because
not
then they
true.
would
I've
be
been there a few
elsewhere.
And speaking of attractive, I mean, look, there's no red-blooded gay man that's going to resist travel to Texas and Florida from L.A. Like, you know, guys in Texas and Florida are way hotter than guys in California. I just have to put that out.
You know, you're right. I think Texas and Florida is like really happy. We have enough Californians here.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Oh, I'd like to be banned from all baby showers.
Oh, yes.
Oh, me
Brilliant.
too.
I never know what to say. Like, what do I have to offer in that
Yes,
situation?
exactly.
I'd like to be banned from all car conversations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate when people start talking when you're driving.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, I thought you meant talking about cars, but just car
Ooh,
conversation.
or if anytime lacrosse is on the TV, I die, so I can't be around it. Actually, I was just diagnosed with that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to be banned. I would like to be banned from Washington, D.C. I just got in.
I'm with you. I'm good.
I don't know if you guys got your invitation to the correspondence dinner.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Are you? I said no immediately.
I don't know. I kind of like
I'm gonna
dumpster
go.
fires.
You are gonna go?
We should go as a group.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
you have to go as a group. You have to make
just
your
heckle.
conservative sort of presence felt.
And then
in
get
that
banned
echo chamber.
together.
I just want to look
Yes.
really pretty.
Okay, you guys are going to hate it. You're gonna hate it. I'm telling you.
It's
I'm
going to be
bringing
a
a
floating
40.
dumpster
All right.
fire.
It is.
I love that.
I can pretend to be you, and I can just go in your place.
You know, you're not as
away.
good looking, but we'll work
You're
on
going to have to
that.
slouch. You have to slouch just a scotch. Yeah.
All right, we got to move. Up next, a Biden nominee is asked to repeat what she meant by an old mean tweet.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.